Just make sure it's recorded. All right, perfect. We are recording. So welcome everybody to tonight's Monday night Team Persevere call. Usually we have our calls on Thursday night, but since we have a guest speaker and her schedule allowed us for Monday, December 1st, then we're going to roll with it, which I think it's perfect way to start off the month. She's going to be talking about goal setting. So it's going to be really, really awesome. But I'm not going to take too much time, talking about myself. Usually I introduce, and for any new coaches that are on the team, I am Liz. I'm the CEO and founder of Team Persevere. I'm sure your coaches have filled you in already, but this is normally a Thursday night call. Tonight we're just doing a special edition. It's a Monday night call. So I'm going to get right down to business and give some recognition because you guys had an awesome November. And I want to give some shout outs. So just for volume exploders, just for this week, guys, I want to, really hand it to some of you who are crushing it with volume. So in the 1 to 200 category, we have Ashley Sumner, Merle Miller, Laura Meager, Mandy Miller, Rachel Warner, Suzanne Martinson, Jessica Shapiro, Jerry Isaacs, Jennifer Kupcho, Stephanie Parent, Izzy Brzezinski, Addie Hedenrich, and Addie, I'm so sorry if I chopped your name all up, Sarah Riddle, Marley Mize, Lisa Keaton, and Kelly Chase. And leading that pack is Chelsea Clement. Congratulations, Chelsea. Great job. In our 3 to 400 volume for this week, we have Candace West, Corey Schneider, and leading the way with 400 is Heather Stetson. Great job, girls. For team builders for this month, you guys, I'm so incredibly just blown away by these numbers and the number of coaches you guys have brought on this team with 2 or more coaches joining Team Persevere this month who brought on 2 or more coaches, signed 2 or more coaches. So with 2 coaches this month was Brianna Bittner, Jennifer Kupcho, Jessica Shapiro, Nicole Mize, and Nicole Schmucker. Great job, girls. With 3 coaches on the month, we have Candace West. Great job, Candace. Number 4 coaches. 4 coaches brought in this month. Chelsea Clement, Julie McCarley, and I personally brought in 4 coaches for the month. And wow, I have to give it to Heather Stetson, who is, what are you, 6 months pregnant now, Heather? Who just crushed it in the last day of the month and brought on 5 new coaches just in the last day of the month for a total of 9 coaches in the month of October. 9 coaches. That is, 6 months pregnant. She's working her full-time job. Just amazing. And I just had to give some of these statistics. We had last month, I told you guys we had 37 coaches to join the team last month. And I was like, can we get over 40? And this month, or last month, we brought in 45 new coaches in the month of November. So great job. So I'm going to challenge you guys. Can we get over 60 new coaches in the month of December? Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to up the ante. I think we can do it. Success Club people in November, 5 or more, 5 Success Club points. Nicole Schmucker, congratulations. 6 points. Chelsea Clement, Kayla Shinneman, Jessica DeMuth, Julie McCauley, Brianne Bittner, Candace West, Izzy Brzezinski, Jessica Kupcho, and Audra Lipstrup. Great job, ladies. With 8 Success Club points. Corey Schneider, Jessica Shapiro. I personally had 14, and Heather Stetson ended the month with 23 points. Great job. We had a few rank advancements last month. We had Jessica Shapiro, Brianna Bittner, and Corey Schneider hitting Emerald. Congratulations, ladies. Way to move your business forward. Alrighty, so just a few team updates quickly before we get into our team call. It's the first of the month, so we have December challenge packs, guys. As you know, Hammer and Chisel released today. Looks like it was a pretty smooth rollout, actually. So if you, it's alive on the websites. Challenge packs are available, base kits are available, deluxe kits are all available right now. So the challenge pack promotion this month is Hammer and Chisel challenge pack for $160, and that's with Shakeology. But they're also doing a performance pack with Hammer and Chisel, plus I believe Energize and the Recover formula. So that one's going to be 180 as well. So they have an opportunity to get started with the Shakeology and Hammer and Chisel, or Performance Pack and Hammer and Chisel. So those are on sale, 180 this month. Take advantage, guys. This is the awesome opportunity. I know a few coaches already hit Success Club for the month of December, getting people enrolled in that. So definitely take advantage. Let's see here. We do have a team challenge group set up for Hammer and Chisel. If you have people you want to add to that, then by all means, ask myself or post in the team page, and we'll connect you with the link so you can be added and start adding your people. We are only going to have one What is Coaching webinar this month. Okay, it's going to be the last one of 2015. So let's pack that call, guys. This is our last chance to get coaches on board so that we can help them get started and really take advantage of the wave of new year resolution people. That webinar is going to be Tuesday, December 15th. Okay, so mark that on your calendar and start inviting to that. Coach Basics, our last Coach Basics of 2015 starts next Monday on December 7th. We have the page set up. It's all cleared out. So if you have people to add, please do. I posted the link in the team page. Our team virtual Christmas party is December 17th. So I'll have a link to that. We're going to start it at 8:30. Okay, guys, so I have a list of the gift exchange in the team page. Actually, I sent individuals who you have for your gift. Everybody should have their address in the team page already. So it's in a files section. So if you, are thinking about, have your gift and you need to send it, go grab that address of the person you have and send it off. But December 17th, mark your calendars, because we're going to have a fun virtual Christmas party, since we're all over the United States and unfortunately cannot have a physical Christmas party. So we're going to have a virtual one. Today is also the last day of the holiday deals. So if you want to take advantage of what's left, I don't think there's very much left. I actually took advantage of the 10-minute trainer. I don't know. It just, I feel like my dad could use it. So I just took advantage and got that one. Let's see here. What else do we got? December Fix Challenge. What is that? Why did I write that down? Oh, the December Fix Challenge network-wide group. I guess Carl Deichler and Autumn have this December 21-day fix group going. So if you want to be a part of that, before you do Hammer and Chisel, definitely connect with that. Just a few dates in January I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of, so you can write down on your calendar, is January 4th is going to be the January Surge. Okay, the company does these quarterly, I think, and it's just one big call. Usually they're about 2 hours long, and they're touching base on just about everything, just to kind of put out what the projection for the year is going to be, get us kind of all hyped up for all the great new things that are going to be coming out in 2016. So January Surge is on January 4th. And then January the 9th is our very first Super Saturday of 2016. Can't stress enough how important it is to get in the room for a Super Saturday. Start looking now to see which one is in your area. Get signed up and go and connect. It's the best, one of the best things you can do for your business. So, all right, next. Drum roll. So we are going to go ahead. I'm going to introduce our speaker for tonight. Her name is Katherine Becker. Like I have been, bragging on her and on the coach page, like pretty much for all this week. She is a 3-star diamond coach. She's very similar to our team and how she leads her team. She's a mom of 3. Her baby is littlest one is 3 months old. So she can relate to a lot of you. I mean, look at Izzy and her little one right there. I mean, we have a lot of moms on this team. So I thought, what better person to come on and share her experience with, the success she's had in this business. Katherine is like a lot of us. She came into this business not really sure if she was ever even going to make this thing a business, if she was going to work it. She just started off being a discount coach. She actually is a Turbo Fire girl, just like I am. And I know that a lot of you girls love Turbo Fire too. She got started with that program, and she lost 60 pounds and got in the best shape of her life. So it just kind of started from there. She was really just an advocate of the products, loved them, was sharing it like wildfire, just because she had such a great experience with it. And as we all know, when you're a product of the product, this stuff just literally sells itself. And that's exactly what happened for Katherine. Got her business rolling, Emerald and Diamond just kind of came, and then she started to grow this big team. Goal setting and personal development became a big part of how she kind of elevated her team from Diamond to Star Diamond status, and is now leading a huge team, and was able to retire herself from her full-time nursing job just 2 years into the business. 1 year into the business, has doubled her income as a nurse 2 years into the business. Very inspiring. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Katherine. She's going to give us some amazing tips on goal setting and how we can kind of strategically plan out the rest of our month and year to really hit some significant goals that we want to hit for ourselves. So Katherine, it's all you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being on tonight. And Liz, thanks for that warm welcome. And if I'm not looking at you, it's because my husband got this giant computer. So like the camera's way up here and your faces are down here. So I'm trying to look at your faces. Thanks again for switching your call so that I could host on Tuesday. My schedule this week was crazy. So I appreciate you all hopping on. And I'm so excited to talk to all of you. Liz and I have been able to connect since right after I had Everly, I think, right in August, through the Market Council. And I have learned so much from her, and I adore talking to her, and I adore everything I've heard about your team. So I'm excited to see your faces and work with you tonight. So this is my favorite time of year. I know a lot of people say it's hard to sell this time of year, but it's my favorite because this is when you really lay those bricks. You lay that foundation for the following year. And it's such an exciting time. 2016 is just a couple weeks away, and it's a new year, a fresh start. So we're all going to have a clean slate, and we're going to come into this year ready to roll. So this time of year, you really have to put yourself out there. You really have to lay those bricks down, lay that foundation down, so that people know who to come to when they're ready to make those New Year resolutions. When they're ready to lose the weight, they're going to remember that post that they saw you post, December 1st, December 2nd. They're going to remember seeing your posts about, the hammer and chisel test group. So you really have to work hard now. So it's going to pay off January 1st, February 1st. So here we go. First, my big thing that I didn't do at first in this business is I didn't treat it like $1 million business. I treated it just like a hobby. And so I was able to grow, but I wasn't growing to my full potential. So someone said to me just recently, what if I would have put $1 million into this business? If I would have put $1 million into this business, would I be working the same right now if I would have put $1 million into this business? And of course, I'm going to say no. Right now I'm just kind of treading water. I just had a baby. But if I would have put $1 million into this business, my butt would be showing up every single day, and I would be here for probably 12 hours a day working, right? So you got to keep that mentality, because this is a $1 million business. Just because we put maybe $40 into it, or we bought a challenge pack and signed up for free, it doesn't mean that we should treat our business that way. You need to start thinking about being in the Millionaire Club. It's a possibility, so why not go for it? This is the time of year that we can really go for it. So how do we get there? We're going to set goals. We're going to set goals, and we're going to work towards them. We are responsible for our own success in life. And I know a lot of you have probably heard from Chalene Johnson before, and I am a just huge fan of hers, stalker more like probably. I have done everything she's ever done. I've read everything she's ever put out there. I have watched every video she's ever done, and I have learned so much about her. Because when I came into this business, I was a discount coach. I wasn't a leader. I was a nurse working in the ICU, working 3P to 3A with 2 little kids at home, getting no sleep, but just exercising and loving it. And so I decided, you know what? Got one coach. Okay, I got to be a better coach for her. I got another coach. I got to be a better coach for this, because now I have a team. And as my team grew, I did some soul searching and saw, you know what? I need to be a leader for these people. They deserve more than what I can give them. So started looking into my goals, and I did the 30-day push from Chalene Johnson. It's free. You sign up for it. You get emails once a day. It takes you 5 minutes. It is incredible. The first week, I think, was the hardest. That maybe took me 7 minutes. And then after that, it was completely life-changing. That was the very first personal development thing I did as a coach. So through this process, I learned, having goals is about bettering yourself. It's not about being better than anybody else. It's not about, being the most successful person on the planet. It's about bettering yourself and being better than you were yesterday. You want to strive for more. If you hit diamond yesterday and you're happy, that was your goal, okay, I'm done, you're going to lose your diamond status in like 3 weeks because people are going to go inactive. They want a leader who's going to constantly be striving for more, is constantly setting new goals, achieving those goals, and moving forward. You really need to push yourself to the next big thing. If I want to burn out and I'm overwhelmed and I feel like I'm not hitting my goals or I'm not doing what I need to be doing, this is the time of year where that kind of happens. You have your big end of the year goals and you don't hit them. I didn't hit mine, not yet. I had a goal for November 18th. I didn't hit it. So I could really, go have a little pity party for myself, or I'm going to think about those people who signed up under me, my team, and I'm going to use that to fuel my fire to set goals even higher and push even harder for that next step, because they deserve more from me. They deserve the best of me. And that's what goals are all about. And that's what I'm going to talk about with you today. So I told you about the 30-day push. It's incredible. If you haven't done it, please do it now. And then after you do that, you're going to kind of roll into more things. So do the 30-day push. When you're doing a push goal, she has you do these goals. So you're going to put down 10 goals. One of them is your push goal, and I call it your BHAG, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal. Something that is super scary and means a lot to you. There's a lot of meaning behind it. It's heavy, it's meaningful. You don't want to write it down because you're so scared that it's just not even a possibility. But there's really some significant power behind it. It's something so huge that if you hit that one goal, all 9 other goals are going to be achieved by just hitting that one goal. So you have to think about, what is that huge goal that can change your life forever? What is it? When I first started the 30-day push, because I've done it several times, my first goal was to become a diamond coach. Because at that time, I just wanted a little extra income, and I just wanted to help out, and I wanted to be able to cut back from work and be, a better mother, a better wife. I had all of these goals that were just seemed so amazing to me. I wanted to be a diamond coach. I wanted to bring $500 a week in so that I could work part-time. I wanted to be, the room mom for my son's class. I wanted to be able to volunteer at their school. And with my life that right now, I couldn't do it. I wanted to, be able to go on date nights with my husband, because I felt like all my money was going into, someone babysitting them. And when I came home, I didn't want to be away from them again. So those were my goals the first time around. I achieved all those goals. And now I don't even want to tell you my BHAG goal because it gives me palpitations, but I want to be 15-star diamond by 2017. That is huge, crazy, insane. That's a BHAG goal. Like, that gives me palpitations right now, even telling you. So what do? I write it down on a little Post-it, and I put it up here on my little computer screen, and that's my BHAG goal. Totally freaks me out. Your BHAG should give you palpitations. Then your 9 goals are your 9 other goals are like, what's going to make your life better? What's going to change your life? How are you going to live your life by design? So mine are always based upon finance and family and faith, usually. But faith, that's something that you can control really easily on your own. But 90% of our goals are financial goals. So like, my BHAG goal is not specifically a financial goal, but in itself, it is a financial goal. If I reach 15-star diamond, the possibility of being in the Millionaires Club is right there. And I could support my family. And that's one of my goals. That's one of my goals for 2017, is to be able to independently financially support my entire family. I want my husband to have the choice if he works or not. So every year your goals are going to change. So you need to keep coming back to them and keep adapting the goals to, where you are. You don't want to just say, okay, I reached my goals. I'm happy. Okay, let's call it a life. That was great. Constantly have to adapt them to the new points in your life, the new challenges, what's happening. So how are we going to make these goals happen? Because I know I just said that my BHAG goal gives me palpitations and freaks me out. Well, if I keep looking at it, I don't know about you, but I'm anxious and overwhelmed by it. So I get too overwhelmed, I'm just going to shut down and I'm not going to do anything about it. So I have my BHAG goal up there, and that's just like, oh yeah, you're great. But how am I going to make sure that I actually, get this done, make sure it's actually achieved? So I was a discount coach, right? I set myself the goal to go two-star diamond. Okay, that was my BHAG goal last year. Yeah, last year. So what did I do? I posted it on my little workspace, and then I set very small monthly goals to help me achieve that. Because when I look at the big picture, I get so overwhelmed, I shut down, I'm not going to achieve that goal ever. If I set small monthly goals, that goal is going to get achieved. I set these goals, I make sure I hit them. And then I break down from my monthly goals, and I do daily to-do list, really. So my small monthly goals that are going to help me achieve and work towards this BHAG goal is hit Emerald every single month. So how many of you here are Emerald? 2 coaches, right? So say you hit Emerald this month. Well, next month you're going to sign up 2 more coaches. So essentially you're just going to Emerald again, right? Then the next month you're going to sign up 2 more coaches. So in 4 months, you're now a diamond coach. That's all it takes. I could have that huge goal and say, okay, I want to be a diamond coach. Let it overwhelm me. Or I'm just going to become an Emerald coach every single month. And in 4 months, I'm a diamond coach. That's totally doable, right? Very doable. I'm going to hit Success Club every single month. Okay, every single month I'm going to hit Success Club. I hit Success Club every single month. My income has now doubled, tripled, and possibly quadrupled just in 1 year. So by setting those small monthly goals, we can all do that. We can all hit Success Club 5. Success Club 5 is helping, 3 people. Can you help 3 people every single month? We can all do that. That's very obtainable. Can we bring 2 people onto our team? Absolutely. If we're doing our power hours and we're doing our to-do list every single day, then these goals you're gonna hit them. There's no way you can't hit them if you're doing the work. If you're doing your to-do list, if you're going through your power hour and you're consistent, you will hit these goals. It will happen for you. So for me, what I do, and I'll kind of tell you my power hour. This is my little power hour breakdown, and I'll just read through it for you so you can kind of see what I personally do. It's a lot of stuff that you've heard this millions of times over and over and over again, but consistency is the key to this business. When I was a new coach, I thought Brandy Botts had some trick up her sleeve that she was not telling me. I thought Melanie Mitro had some trick that she was not telling me about how to run this business. And they kept saying consistency, it's consistency, it's consistency. And I thought, nah, they're holding something back. There's no way that it's that easy. But honestly, it is. You show up every day, you do your power hour, and here you are, 6-figure income, 3-star diamond. It just happened. I still don't believe that this is my real life. Consistency is key. Show up, do it. Show up every single day. What you're doing now is going to pay off in 30 to 60 days. The biggest mistake a lot of people make in this business is coming in thinking that, they're going to put one post on Facebook and they're going to hit Success Club 10 that night. It's not instant gratification. People are watching you. You have to kind of plant those little seeds. And usually it takes about 7 contacts with that person where you're planting those little seeds before they're actually going to say yes and jump on board with you. So plant those seeds now and go back and water those little seeds. Make sure you're nurturing that relationship, and then it'll grow from there. So you're going to add 3 to 5 people to your network every single day. That's what I do. I get on, I add 3 to 5 new friends to my Facebook. You're going to form them. You're going to become friends with them. You're going to comment and like on their posts and their pictures. I return messages next, and it has to be all business related. I don't do any personal stuff at all. That can be for later on when I'm bored and scrolling through Facebook. But I got to return messages, emails, calls, texts, private personal messages on Facebook, whatever. That's my time. I'm going to do it. And I have a little checklist right here, by my desk, and I just check right down through. I have to have a list or I get overwhelmed. I do at least 2 shares per day. I try to do 3 to 4, but 2 are going to be kind of a hint about Beachbody business and living a healthy lifestyle. I'm very much about the power of a whisper. I try not to shove Beachbody down people's throats. So I do 2 shares per day, kind of saying something about how grateful I am I can stay home with my kids, or something that's very subtle but puts out that Beachbody, I'm a Beachbody coach, come and join me kind of feel vibe. I speak to 3 to 5 people a week about becoming a coach. I make sure that I am getting out there, I'm talking to new people, and I am putting the coaching opportunity in front of them. Inviting to challenge groups and to join me on my journey, 3 to 5 people every single day. So it can be in a post that you put out, and then you start engaging in a conversation with 3 to 5 people, or it can just be messages that you're sending people. Share your story and your journey. That is the key to success. If you are proof that products work and you are sharing that with people and you're sharing your passion, people are just going to start coming to you. And that is how I have grown my business, and that's the key to my personal success. You have to share that passion. No one wants a salesman. Everybody on Facebook is selling something anymore. So you want to be something different. You want to share your passion. Your passion is what is going to attract people to come for you. And then I follow up with 3 to 5 people every single day. And it can be coaches, it can be customers, it can be people that I have talked to previously about challenge packs or about Beachbody programs, or have been in my challenge group and they kind of fell off. 3 to 5 people every single day you need to be following up, because it is a miracle is in the follow-up. Following up is where it's at. That is where the money is made. And then, of course, this is huge, and this is something that I dropped the ball on big time in the beginning, is personal development. You need to take at least 10 minutes every single day to do some form of personal development. Whether you listen to the National Wake Up Call, or you watch a training video, or you listen to an audiobook, you need to be doing personal development. I can tell you exactly by my success in the business if I have been doing personal development or not. Like, I didn't hit my goal this past time, and you want to know why? I'll be completely honest with you. I wasn't doing my personal development because I was so overwhelmed with building a new house and having a baby. And I dropped the ball big time. And it's my fault. It's my fault because I wasn't doing the personal development that I knew I needed to do. So what am I doing now? I am back doing my personal development every single day, because that is a driving force behind your success. And then after I do like my little 10 minutes, and I usually actually do it at bedtime, about 15 minutes, I do all my leadership stuff. And that's when I go into my challenge groups and I do my trainings and I will make my videos and all that stuff. Once you get started, that's going to take you an hour or less. And you show up every single day and you plug through that list, and your goals, those little monthly goals I just gave you, they're going to happen for you. So how do I keep track of everything that I need to do? Because like many of you, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I was working when I started this business. I was working full time in the ICU. So how did I get all of this started? Well, how it works for me is I got the app Wonderlist, and I put that on my phone. And at bedtime, I would read my personal development. I do about 15 minutes of personal development. And then I start making my daily to-do list for the following day. So I just go down and I think of every single thing that I need to do for the next day, and I put it in my phone on Wonderlist. There's lots of great apps out there for doing daily to-do lists, but I just like this one. It's super easy, and then you get a little star and a check every time you check something off your list, and I just like that little check mark. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something. So before bed, I go through, it's quiet, everybody's asleep. When you're making your to-do list, it has to be in a quiet environment. Nobody around you, no distractions, nothing on. So at bedtime, I can go through that list, and it's a way of shutting myself down for the day and helping me sleep better. I don't have all that stuff racing in my head. So I do my Wonderlist, I go to bed, I get up fresh in the morning, and I eat that frog. Has anybody read that book? I love Eat That Frog. So I take whatever is the most intimidating, most difficult task of the day, and I do it first. So for me, I always do my work first. I get up early, I do it before the kids get up, and I do my power hour first thing. I make sure I get it out of the way. And then I'll go down the Wonderlist and do the rest of the stuff that I have to get done. But you always want to just take the bull by the horns and get it done. The best thing about creating the list at bedtime for me is priorities. I am the queen of saying yes, 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 yes to everything. If someone messages me and asks me to do a team call for them, to someone I don't even know in Alaska, I'll say, yes, of course I'll do it. If somebody is a coach and they need help from, I don't even know who they are, and they just message me blindly on Facebook, I'm going to pour like 2 hours of time into them. That's not realistic, and that's not going to help me get to my goals. You have to prioritize everything that you're doing. Because if I keep going over here and doing this and doing that and doing this, I am not going to be able to stay focused and have enough time to really pour into my BHAG goal. So when I look at my list, I'm able to say, okay, is this a priority? Is this something that I need to be doing right now? Is this something that's going to align with my goals? Is this going to help me achieve the goal that I need to achieve? Is this something that's going to help me get there? If it's not, sometimes you got to say no, and sometimes you got to throw it off to the side. I like to volunteer at school. I like to help everybody on the planet. I just have that mentality, and sometimes it's really hard to say no, but you have got to stay focused on your goal, because there's a lot of people here who signed up underneath of you for you and your time and your leadership, and you need to be pouring your energy and your time and your leadership into those people, the people that came to you to sign up under you. And that's where your priorities need to be. Your family, your children, your faith. These are all things that are so important to you. You need to be able to really pour your energy and your time into them. If you spread yourself too thin, everybody gets about 2% of you. But you really need to be able to prioritize. You need to get organized. Organization is the key to prevent any overwhelming or anxiety. It's going to help you grow. It's going to help you consistent in your business. I can tell you, when I talk to my coaches and I do a lot of one-on-one calls with them, I can tell you just by, if they've hit Success Club or not, if they're showing up consistently and if they're organized. Because organization is going to keep you consistent. You're going to set up what works for you. What works for Liz may not work for you. What works for me, that may not work for you. You need to set up an organization, a process that works for you and that fits into your life. My power hour is in the morning. That may not be feasible for you. You may not want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Your kids may be up that early and you don't want to get up at 5 or 4. You have to set up a schedule that works for you. Keep those monthly goals and make them non-negotiable. My monthly goals from day one have never been negotiable. I cannot go a month without hitting those goals. And I know it's hard. It is hard. The month of August, I had a baby in August, and I pushed myself to hit Success Club. September, that was even harder. I thought it would be hard right when she was a brand new baby. No, September was even harder. But when I know that my goals are non-negotiable, I am going to give everything I have to make sure that happens. I am going to pull out every stop. I am going to put myself out there. I'm going to follow up and I'm going to message, because I know that this goal has to happen. So make those monthly goals non-negotiable. They have to happen. And then when you do hit those goals, give yourself a little reward. Sometimes I reward myself, and this may sound silly, but going to Starbucks. Or this is really crazy. This is like if I make a really big goal, I go to Marshall's by myself or the grocery store by myself. That is my reward. And I take my time. I'm there for 2 hours. But that is my reward, and I work hard so I can get that time. That is the best reward. I can see people are laughing. They can relate to that. And a lot of times we get in a rut. So how do I bust out of the rut? Because I tell you, having a brand new baby, I was in a rut. And we all have those bad days. If it's 1 out of 30, that's fine. Take a break. Maybe you need a day off. That's fine if it's 1 out of 30. But if it's something consistent and it's a full-blown rut, you really need to just push yourself through it. I know after I had Everly, I didn't want to check any messages. I was tired. I was sore. I had my 3rd C-section. I was just I want to lay in bed and eat chocolate. But I knew that wasn't going to get me anywhere, and that wasn't going to help me get to my goals. So I had to knock myself out of it. And at that point, I just sat down and I wrote a list of everything I was grateful for. What I was grateful for, and that alone, you get to probably number 3 and you are so inspired and so motivated and you really want to push harder. So take that time, write down everything that you're grateful for. Then I turn on my crazy, silly, ridiculous music and I dance around the house and sing and dance on the furniture. And that always brings me some joy. And that usually will get me out of the rut and get me motivated. And then, of course, back to personal development. And I will focus on personal development. After I had her, I started reading You're a Badass. If you haven't read that and you're in a rut, that is such an awesome book to read, and it'll really pull you out of your rut. I think I have it over here, actually. Yes. You're a Badass. Read it. It's amazing. It'll pull you out of any rut. And I know this time of year is kind of rut central, but not for you guys. We're not going to have ruts. We're going to pull through. And Hammer Chisel came out today. So game changers right there. So that's all I think I have. So I'll open up for questions if you guys want to ask me anything. And I know I'm kind of flighty. And so I jump around a lot. But if you need anything at all, just ask away. I'm an open book.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katherine. That is so awesome. I think you pretty much sealed the deal with everybody when you said you would dance on your furniture.
Party USA.
Yeah, right? I know. I was just listening to Taylor Swift Shake It Off earlier, and I was like, I love it. Yeah, ladies, if you have any questions, go ahead and post it in the chat, and I'll go ahead and ask her. I actually do have one question of my own for you. So you were really, talking about like personal development, and you said that you knew that you didn't hit like your one big goal because you weren't diving into personal development how you probably should have been. So could you maybe just tell a little bit how you kind of decided on what personal development you were going to do, how you started, and what personal development are you doing right now to work on that big goal?
Okay, so what I did, actually, I'm a big Facebook stalker. And so what I was doing is I always look at coaches that are just kicking butt. And I will message them and be like, hey, I'm in, Brady Bond's downline. What are you doing? This is amazing. I'm a big fan of accountability partners. So I try to meet up and talk to every person I can possibly talk to in the business. Whether you're a new coach or you're a 15-star diamond coach, you have something to bring to the table. And I want to hear from you. And everyone has ideas. So don't ever discredit someone who is, been a coach for a day. They may have an awesome tip or tool for you. So I am a Facebook stalker. I also am an Instagram stalker, and I will look at people who are just like really rocking it or really intriguing me, and I'll send them a message and ask them, what personal development they're doing, or, what kind of trainings they've done that have been game changers for them. And then usually that turns into, either a chat with them, or, maybe they'll let me in and, some training that they did, or they'll share something with me, or sometimes they'll do a call for my team. And then usually I dive into the personal development or whatever they have recommended. And usually, whatever I'm going through in my personal life, those are the people I'm attracted to. So like I had just had a baby. There was another mom whose baby was 3 months old at the time, and she was just kicking butt. And I sent her a message, and she was like, you need to read this book. This will really help you. You're a badass. Right now, I'm doing a lot with, my husband owns a Chick-fil-A, and they do a lot of leadership stuff, and they've been sending tons and tons of stuff his way. So I've been doing a lot of John Maxwell just recently and listening to everything that they send. And that helps a lot. And he's kind of good at kind of bringing all the leadership stuff together. He does a lot of quotes from a lot of different people. So I'm diving into John Maxwell right now. And I love it. How do you find people to talk to about programs, coaching opportunity? How do I find them? I will look through my list of friends and see anybody that we may have mutual friends with, or if we're from the same hometown, or if we went to the same high school, the same college, If they have similar interests, or a lot of people, if they have new babies and like they have a picture of them in the hospital gown with a new baby, I'll send them a friend request. I join Facebook groups. So I'm in a breastfeeding Facebook group, a mom's group, nurses, Nurses Against Bullying, Disney World fanatics, the princess, like the Disney princess runs races. I'm in those groups. And I will invite those people to my free clean eating groups. Like I'll post something in the group about doing a free clean eating group, and gear it towards, whatever that group is about. So breastfeeding moms, I'm like, oh, you know how hard it is to get good nutrition when you have, all these kids and you're breastfeeding and you're exhausted. How about we do a 5-day crock pot clean eating group? Does anyone want to join it? And I will get so many friend requests from that. My fitness like page. Anyone who likes or comments any posts on my fitness like page, I send them a friend request and then wait till they accept it and send them a message right away, thanking them for support, thanking them for encouragement, and asking them about themselves and their fit journey and what their interests are. And that's how you build relationships. It's actually really easy, and people may not accept, but who cares? Nothing lost there. You just keep moving forward. Okay. Anybody? How do I keep my team fired up? That is tough sometimes. But what I do, I found that doing one-on-one calls with them is the key. If I am talking to them and investing my time into them and pouring my passion into them and my heart into them, that keeps them, kind of rejuvenates them. Also, I have Jeff, I don't know if you've ever done this, Liz, but Jeff has done some team calls for me with my leaders. And that usually, if they're really down, I just call Jeff and Jeff will do a team call for me. And he is amazing. You guys should get him on board to do it. And he really lights that fire underneath of you. And then I also will do fun games and incentives within the group. We did like a gold bingo last month, and they got a $20 or $50 gift card, whoever had, hit bingo. And we just did silly things like hit Success Club and, recruited 2 new coaches, completed your program, drank Shakeology daily, lost 5 pounds. We just did silly little things in a bingo sheet, and whoever hits bingo first got a $50 gift card. We did the recruiting bowl that you guys had done in the past. We just try different things. We are very much a close-knit group, so that helps big time. We do all of our trainings together. We do all of our challenge groups together. So we're like a sisterhood with a couple brothers in there. There's probably only like 4 boys, 4 guys, but we definitely work together. And if someone's not responding to me or kind of falls off, I'm stalking them and calling them and just figuring out what's happening in their life. And I make sure that they know the business is not my priority. They are my priority. I'm invested in them. I'm not invested in them running their business. And if you keep them at the forefront and they know that you are genuinely there for them and their well-being, it just kind of happens organically that they stay fired up and they want to, do their best for you. Oh, toddler time management, Beachbody business. That is rough, and I feel your pain. Marley, does he sleep? Like, does he sleep okay? Because my middle child was not a sleeper, and that's when I started the business. Oh, he's sleeping right now. Okay, so what I did with Grace and the non-sleeper. Oh, okay. I got up an hour early. When I was working 3P to 3A, I would do it when I got home. So it was kind of awkward messaging people at like 4 o'clock in the morning. But I would message them at 4 o'clock in the morning, or if he would take a nap sometimes, I would do some more of it at that time. But I always get up. Yeah, my middle child did not sleep. Izzy, I feel your pain. But he didn't sleep. So what I did is I would just, when I got home from work, I would do my power hour then. And if it was one of my off days, I would just get up early and do it before he got up. If he got up, he would sit on my lap and I would finish up. That's a great thing about this business. Or I would do like a little bit here and then play Legos, and do a little bit here and play Legos. And you can do most of it from your phone. But for the most part, I get up early. I get up. My workouts, I used to do my workouts before he got up. before I started the business. But then I started finding that he would do the workouts with me. He thought they were funny, and I was doing T25 at that time, so he would stick for the 25 minutes. And then after that, I kind of did 30-minute programs. So I would just do those with him if he wouldn't take a nap that day. So I did my power hour early in the morning, did my workouts with him or during nap time, and that worked. So you just kind of maneuver your schedule as to what life throws you. Right now, luckily, this baby sleeps, so I was able to continue on the same schedule. So hopefully your next baby will sleep good.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Katherine. That was some really great information. I have like pages and pages of notes. So I really appreciate you coming on and taking time away from your family tonight. And I know that our team is loving you. They can totally relate to you. So I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for being on the call tonight. And on behalf of everybody else on Team Persevere and on this call, we thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here. And everybody know it's really tough. And, having young kids at home, but it goes so fast. My middle child is now in preschool, and, I have that free time with just the baby. So just keep pushing along and it'll get easier. I feel like in this business, it's like a little tiny snow. You're trying to make a snowman, and you start out with just like snowflakes, and then you got to just keep rolling it. And it's really hard at first. But then once you get that ball rolling, it's just so much easier. So don't give up on yourselves. Go for those huge goals and just push for it, because you can do it. And it's so amazing and so surreal. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm glad I got to meet you.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, Katherine. I'm going to let you go be with your family, and everybody else. Let's have a great start to December, and we'll be connecting in the team page. So we'll see you guys. Thank you so much for being on.